I am very tired. I know our players are and our staff. Spent a lot of time watching video and preparing and then go play games. So credit to our players. They went 4-1 in this stretch. We were 20 seconds away from being 5-0 the other night, but the winning, that margin of winning and losing sometimes is very minimal. So I give Cal a lot of credit. They played outstanding offensive basketball. They made some shot after shot with a hand in the face, and when a team shoots like that, hats off to them. They played very well, and I thought they competed at a very high level, and Coach Fox had those guys ready to play. So first of all, I wanted to say how well they played. I know we still won the game, but it certainly took everything we had. So any questions?
What did Isaiah Mobley show you with his aggressiveness tonight? He was very assertive.
Well, he played a great game in the lane. They have trouble guarding him because he's so crafty when he gets in there. He took some bad jump shots, and he needs to take open threes when they're there and get rid of all those contested off-balance shots. But he was outstanding. He had 2 assists, no turnovers, 2 blocks, and he was really a guy that we knew had a mismatch, whoever was guarding him.
Isaiah had those 2 tough shots at the end of the Stanford game. What does it show you that he can just shake that off?
He's a junior team captain, and he's a tremendous player. I know someone told me today he missed a jump hook. In the end of the Stanford game, we're down 2. He missed a jump hook from 4.5 feet, which he normally makes 9 out of 10. Got the offensive rebound, missed a free throw, and then he missed a 3. So he missed 3 shots in literally 15 seconds. And so I know that was hard on him because he took responsibility. It wasn't his fault. We lost, obviously, but for a college young man like him, as good a player he is, that's tough. You miss a jump hook that you always make. You miss a free throw, and then you miss a 3, and you lose a heartbreaker at home. But I thought you saw what kind of person and player he is tonight. He came out and was aggressive on both ends of the court and played a great basketball game. So we win and lose as a team, as we told him. Everybody misses shots, whether they're in the beginning or the end of the games. And I was really proud of him tonight, how he came out and helped us win.
Andy, you guys have fallen victim to those slow starts these last several games. Anything you guys can do?
Well, we played. Did you notice we played zone the first possession? Then we gave up a layup. So that was my. I sat around all last night and said, what can we do to change this up? Because this is the 7th game in a row we're behind, the slow starts. So we said, we haven't played zone yet. And sure enough, they got a 3-foot little jump hook from Kelly, and they scored again.
One of the nice positives out of this game was, Ethan Anderson's been struggling lately, but tonight he played a really strong game, led the team with 5 assists. What did you see from him different tonight than from games?
Well, he was great. He controlled the game with his toughness and his ball handling. We only had 4 turnovers, the team season low. Ethan had 5 assists and no turnovers. He made a big layup. He made a pull-up jump shot, and we don't need him to score a lot because he's our best guard defender. He knows where to be and everything. And he played great. And Ethan, he's started every other game here forever, and this is what we need him to do. And like Ethan and the other guys, when they play well, they play more minutes, and if you don't, someone else is going to play. And so I think Ethan, if he can play like this, it's hard to take him off the court.
Andy, Isaiah White had his 2nd most minutes of the season. What was the reason behind that, and what did you think of his performance?
Well, I thought he was the key to the game in the first half. We were struggling on both sides. He came in with some energy and just was aggressive. He picked up a 2nd foul, and we said, we're not taking. Ethan had 2 fouls too. I didn't take either one of them. I just let him play because Ethan and Isaiah were so energetic and brought that toughness that we were lacking. And I thought they both turned the game around in that crucial stretch when we were down, 10 or 9? 11. We were down 11. And then took the lead at halftime, and that's why I just left those guys in there for a long stretch.
Andy, going back to Isaiah for a second, that shot he made with 1:04 remaining, shot clock's winding down and everything, how big was that to give you a little bit of breathing room?
Well, there was a lot of contact on there, and he used his body, and we got a lucky bounce. After all the shots that Cal was making, we were due for 1. So I was glad to see that go in, but he came up big for us in the last minute and a half.
This was maybe Boogie Ellis's best performance of the season. What can you say about his performance tonight?
Well, he played under control and used his speed tonight to get to the rim, and he made 3s. We ran that out of bounds play for him. That was a big part of the game. And he made that corner 3 in front of our bench. And he didn't he had only one turnover at the end of the first half. I played him all 20 minutes. That was my fault. When he gets tired, he does some things like that. So he drove into about 4 people and turned it over at the end of the first half. But that was on me because he probably should have had a break. But 21 points, 8 for 10 from the field. He made his free throws, and he was really good today.
He scored 14 points in the first half against Oregon, and you made a comment that you needed to pace him more. He played, as you said, the entire first half in this one, then he played 17 more in the next half. What was, but he didn't, get cold. What changed from your standpoint there, and what changed from his too?
Well, he was still defending, and he was playing the right way. So we left him in there. I know my assistant coach told me twice in the first half, "Hey, Boogie hasn't been out yet." I said, "I know, but we're in the midst of a big run right here, and I'm not going to substitute during this run until." And sure enough, we went and took a 6-point lead. So that was my reasoning to keep him in there, because Isaiah White, Ethan Boogie, I can't remember who else we had in there, Reese at the time, and Isaiah Mobley I think was in there. So they played great basketball together. It was really good defensively, that group, and then ideally, instead of 36-42 like you played almost 37 minutes, he probably needs to be down there in the mid to low 30s.
Yeah, you just mentioned something on radio that you really don't have a 6th, 7th, and 8th guy. Is that just because of injury and nobody's asserted himself, or more evenness among those reserve players?
Well, I think we have a lot of good players on our roster, and this is the deepest roster we've had, where we could say even the guys that don't play a lot of minutes are good players. And the other thing I mentioned is when players play well and they're productive, they play more minutes. And I just don't understand why players get mad at the coaching staff when they're not being productive, or they're shooting low percentages, or their assist-to-turn ratio is not good, or the defense isn't good enough. We're going to play our best players. And the fortunate thing for us is we have a lot of good players, and we understand everybody makes mistakes and they don't play well every game. But if you play hard and you're consistent with what you do, so that's why I said in our eyes, we have more than 5 starters that could start, and we also have guys off the bench that sometimes play better than our starters. And sometimes the guys that come off the bench don't play as well. So that's what a team is all about. We try to get that point across to our team that we just expect you to play hard, be unselfish on offense, and be a great teammate, and you're gonna play minutes. Now there comes a productivity. If we look at your stats and you're not producing, then it's a little hard to keep you in the game for long stretches. So I think when you start talking about our depth chart, we don't sit around as staff and say this guy is. I know Isaiah Mobley leads us in a lot of categories, so he deserves to play a lot. But when we start going down the roster, we don't think these guys are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We just know we have a lot of good players in this team, and we hope that they can come out and do the things we ask of them.
4 turnovers tonight. What was the key in reducing that after that's been an issue?
Well, it hurt us against Stanford. We had 14, and they had 9. That's a 5-possession differential right there. And in a 1-possession game, was tied. Game was tied with 25 seconds left. That hurt us, and it was a point of emphasis today. That's why I thought Ethan was so important. 5 assists, no turnovers. That's what we expect out of a junior point guard. Control the game. Don't turn the ball over. Score it when you have to, and make the right play. And he did a great job tonight.
Stanford hit 9 of 21 threes. Cal just hit 8 of 16. Is that? Are they getting too many open shots?
Well, I don't know what the basket at this end when they start games. It's incredible how some of these teams come in and they shoot the lights out. I've never seen anything like this. It's like a 7-game stretch now, and that's why I say Cal deserves some credit, because they made some tough shots. A lot of jump shots tonight. Our defensive philosophy is give them the mid-range jump shot with a hand challenge in your face, and if they want to shoot a 3, a couple of the first 3 or 4 they made, one kid hit it off the dribble. We hadn't done that all season. The other player came off and was fading away with a hand in his face. He made it. So sometimes it just happens, but we would like to get that 3-point percentage for the other team a lot lower than it is right now.
You've had 2 really nice. You've had 2 good crowds back to back, and your next home game is UCLA. Do you have a message to the fans coming up for the next game?
Well, we're very appreciative. I thought the crowds, since we've been back, have been outstanding. They really help us. And I watch these other home courts around the country, and they pack it in there, and it's such a big home court advantage. So the student section's been great. I think our marketing team is doing an outstanding job of reaching out to the students and getting them help get them here to the games. And we're 18-3. We were 18-3 last year, but we had no fans. and we've had a pretty good run the last 6-7 years, and so we just hope that the community and the university and the students appreciate, hey, let's go see a pretty good basketball team, and then we have a responsibility when they show up. We got to play hard and play well. So I'm very thankful that we had a great crowd today. It really helped us.
Thank you, Coach.